Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome to my fashion bunker. I'm dressed in white with a little bit of black, just kind of clean, but it's like I've washed this shirt, I haven't ironed it. It still has all that kind of crumply effect to it for a reason. Because today I am reviewing a perfume that kind of represents this sort of vibe. I don't want to say bohemian because we still washed the shirt. It's not a dirty shirt. Bohemian in my mind would be more of a dirty shirt. But it's kind of this fun of life, just, having a clean shirt on, but not caring too much whether or not it has been ironed and it has become square in that term. Because the perfume that we will be wearing together with this shirt on a sunny, beautiful, warm spring day is going to be a very special treat, very rare to find these days because it has been discontinued. It is the Cologne Blanche by the Christian Dior Privé line. I hope this is visible. Now, I do keep it in its foliage just because these white boxes are so delicate and clean. But let's open it up now. This one is the 250 milliliter splash bottle of Cologne Blanche. In its first rendition, this is how the bottles looked like. Back in the day, we're talking, what are we talking here? It says introduced in 2004, but I remember this already in 2003. So let's just say 2004 for the sake of it, but I do believe in some exclusive places like in Colette or in the Dior boutiques themselves, it was already available from 2003. Cologne Blanche, the bottle, and this is a very special thing to know, the bottle has been designed by Hedi Slimane, who back in the day was the designer of the exclusive Dior Homme line. This one was a part of 3 perfumes that represented the unisex Privé range. Well, back in the day they were not called Privé, they were just called the Colognes, the Christian Dior Colognes, one of them being Cologne Blanche, one of them being Eau Noire, and the third and most famous one, which is still available today, together with Eau Noire, Bois d'Argent. These were available in the Cologne, as the name calls it, concentration. Now, here we have Oud Ispahan. For those of you who haven't, you can check out my Oud Ispahan review. The Oud Ispahan is the eau de parfum perfume of today. Now, you can see if we put them side by side, they are both 250 milliliter bottles, but the Oud Ispahan seems to be bigger than the Cologne Blanche. And this is just because they made the glass thicker, and I guess Dior wants us to believe that the money we're spending on this is worth it, so it kind of looks bigger than what it actually is. This beautifully elegant thin glass bottle, you can see the bottom of this is so thin, it's just so beautifully elegant, and it's almost kind of medicinal in a way in its aesthetic, which I adore. Mind you, this one came as a splash, so you can unscrew it on top, and then it came with kind of like a pump spray, so you could kind of, put it in and screw it on. The problem with that one is that it doesn't have a lid to cover it, so when you have it on, you have to keep it always at home. You can't just like travel around with it. You would need this stopper to travel with it. There was no magnet closing concept, which we do have now. This is actually a magnet now in the modern version of the eau de parfums, and they all copy each other. They all have the same, Chanel also has these magnets. It's all become a mess. They're all kind of like reflecting each other. Dior has, 20 privés. Chanel has 20 exclusives. Hermès have 20 exclusives. Yves Saint Laurent is running after them too with their kind of 2 different range of exclusives. Whatever. The original 3, however, well, the originals were from Chanel already back from the 30s and then the 80s, with Bois des Îles, Quid de Russie, Number 22, and Gardenia. But the original 3 in this kind of more privé concept were Cologne Blanche, Eau Noire, and Bois d'Argent. And today we will be reviewing Cologne Blanche. Now, how do I travel with this one? This is all I have left. I travel by basically purchasing these bottles in the pharmacy. And they are available in 10 ml, 15, 20, 30, what have you. I always buy 20 milliliter, and then I have like a little glass, what you might call it, to kind of just like, pour the juice inside, and then I just screw this kind of spray in. So my Cologne Blanche travel version, 20 ml, is in this beautiful brown glass bottle. So I'm going to overdo it just because, oh, I love this one so much. It's so clean. And I hate using the typical word you would use for perfumes when you describe them. You would either say they're clean, they're fresh, or they're sweet. Like those are the three terms that are so used that I think a tax should have to be paid every time one says them. But anyway, this one really nails the cleansiness and this like white shirt aspect of it. It's just divine, and I do not understand why. Well, actually, here we go again, speculation, but I do know why they discontinued it. In my personal opinion, again, we have, who is the head perfumer of Dior? Demachy. Who made all of the new Dior Privé perfumes? Demachy. Who made Cologne Blanche? It wasn't Demachy. And now Cologne Blanche is discontinued. Isn't that something interesting to think on? This perfume is gorgeous. Now, I always have difficulties pronouncing his name. Francis Kurkdjian. Oh God, he also made Le Mal. I've prepared it here for you guys. This is also made by Mr. Kurk. He also did partially or in part the, together with others, Au Noir. But as far as Cologne Blanche goes, he made Cologne Blanche, and it is divine. And it's very different to what we're usually used from him, like this beast over here, Le Mal, by Jean-Paul Gaultier. This one is more light. It has extreme character, but it's more sophisticated. It has that retracting quality, meaning it's really in your face, but it does never make you feel like it's cloying. It never makes you feel like it's overpowering. It never makes you feel like there's a problem with this perfume. And the notes are quite simple. There's a lot of almond in it. So sweet almond are the top notes, orange and rosemary. Middle notes, bergamot and Tunisian orange blossom. It doesn't give us bottom notes, but I am pretty much sure there's iris in here. Maybe there's a touch of licorice. But the almond is impeccable. This is the best almond Dior has ever had. And we know that Dior has a famous almond note in Hypnotic Poison. This one beats it because this is a powdery almond. This is an almond that is connected with rosemary. It's connected with the Tunisian orange blossom and, to me, iris. So you have the constant feeling when you're smelling it. It doesn't really evolve that much. This perfume, kind of the way you put it on your skin is the way it's going to stay till the bitter end. And bitter almonds, it's not bitter like almonds usually are bitter. This one keeps elevating you. It keeps you kind of off the ground, a couple of layers, because olfactory-wise, what it does to your nose and to your senses is it creates kind of this, it detaches you from your weight, from problems, from stress, from anything you might have, because it really gives you a feeling of being south of France in summer, warmth, complete warmth, and a breeze, a constant breeze that keeps moving the air. So it's not like a cloying summer where you're just sweating and you feel disgusting and you just need to take a shower over a shower over a shower. This is a beautiful, beautiful summer breeze, and the breeze is cool. It's not hot. So we got the heat of the sun above you, but we got this sideways kind of constantly moving air breeze, which just is so divine because it makes you feel fresh. And that's the word I'm paying my taxes on today, because that freshness literally is connected to the breeze. And the breeze in here are the almonds, is definitely the orange, but also what I consider to be an iris. Because it's powdery and dry. So no matter how hot it is outside, you stay dry. It keeps you dry. It's like having the most sophisticated and expensive and gorgeously smelling talcum or powder, body powder. but with a quality to it that doesn't just evaporate and just doesn't just suit the purpose of covering up the body and protecting it from kind of sweat. It goes beyond that. It has a deeper quality to it. It makes you feel constantly cleansed. I would also say it's as if there were a bit of sage in there somewhere. Now, probably there isn't, but why am I saying sage? I mean sage because whenever, and I love sage. I love salvia, sage. I love tea made out of sage. I also love the smell of it. You know, if it's boiling, if you have a pot and you put a lot of sage in it and you boil that water, it's so cleansing. And sage also has these properties of, you know, eliminating bad spirits and just cleansing houses and territories and everything. It just gives you peace of mind. That's the kind of a quality that we have in Cologne Blanche. It definitely linders any sort of stress, any sort of attitude that's been surrounding you, not just given to you, to yourself, by yourself, but also by others surrounding you. And it really helps you just calm down in the best of ways. And it really gives you that baby, you know, that like baby freshness when a baby is freshly washed and clean and the baby did its pooping and its peeing and everything and it's all done and you've just washed it and you put that baby powder on it. And babies have that beautiful, clean smell as well after they've been cleaned, of course. But that baby skin with talcum and powder, that combination, that's how you feel. You feel rejuvenated and fresh and very clean. Dior and Demachi, get over yourself, you know, like bring back this masterpiece. I do not see any reason why this perfume should be discontinued or should have been discontinued. Interesting note, you know that the 250 milliliter, they call them eau de parfums now because they want them to cost more. So of course also the concentrations are different. But mind you, my Bois d'Argent Cologne was more intense than the Bois d'Argent eau de parfum on the market today. So it's all bow. Renaming them, giving them, you know, more intense formulas and concentrations justifies also raising the price. Just to let you guys know the difference in price. This one is intense as hell. I have it on me now, and I'm going to have it on me tomorrow. It literally lasts for a day. On the clothes, it lasts for days. On the skin, at least a day. Even after you shower, you're going to smell it. So Cologne Eau de Parfum makes no difference in this case. It's beautiful intensity, quality-wise, impeccably, sublimely superb. What was the price of 200 milliliter splash? Used to be 125 euro, and then it went up to 145 euro, which is what I purchased it for. And here's the proof. The proof is in the pudding. Cologne Blanche, 250 ml, 145 euro. 250 ml today costs 300 euro. Not cool, Dior. Not cool. Prices went way up. Bring back the cologne and make it cost, well, prices have risen. Okay, fine. Make it cost 200, a little bit less than 200. But you know what I mean? From the price it used to cost to what it costs nowadays, and the fact that it's completely been discontinued, on top of it all, this gorgeous formula, it just defies all logic to me, and it makes me very sad. Because it gives me kind of the feeling that everything has been monopolized to such a degree that you can only purchase what some ego decides for you will be purchasable. Well, can't we just make a survey or something and just bring this one back? Like everybody voting and, you know, calling Dior and letting them know that this one should be brought back. Ah, it's so gorgeous. It's so, so good. And it's good in a way that it's timeless and effortless. So every time you smell it, you feel like you don't really know, you know? If your windows are closed, if the world kind of in front of you is shut down, you don't have a mobile device or smartphone next to you, an iPhone or whatever have you, and you're literally just in you're living surrounded by other human beings, but without kind of that knowledge and notion of kind of technology of 2016, if you were not to watch the technology and just focus on yourself and all your senses and all your being together with this scent, you wouldn't know anymore what year you're in. It could be the 90s, it could be the 2000s, it could be 2016, it could be 2057 for all you know. Like that's how timeless this perfume is, and it has that power of making you feel light, you know, light and stressless. So I give it a ginormous thumbs up, and I'm savoring this little bit left. I mean, if it was a 250 milliliter bottle, now we're down to maybe, I don't know, 100-ish milliliters left. So it's still way to go. Plus I got my 20 ml in here. I pack this with me whenever I travel. I don't always use it because I'm always testing out other perfumes and stuff, but you know, I always have a soft, sweet Cologne Blanche spot for Cologne Blanche in my heart. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you like this review. If you have, please do thumb it up. Let me know what you think about Cologne Blanche if you have tried it. Last note, mind you, this is not Cologne Royale that is out now in the Dior Privé line. This has nothing to do with the Cologne Royale. They smell very different. They're two totally different things. And even though Cologne Royale is called Cologne, it still costs 300 euros something. So don't get fooled. It's not the same perfume. Cologne Blanche is a thing of its own. Cologne Royale, I think, was made by Demachy. This one wasn't. There you have it, guys. Again, thank you so much for watching. Thumb up this video if you liked it. Leave your comments in the comment section down below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Love you guys so much. Stay tuned for more reviews coming up pretty soon. And don't forget, no matter what you do and how you smell, don't ever give up on love. Love ya. Bye.